The other thing that was interesting about that, Liam, Liverpool were able to rotate. The midfield, for example, was Fabinho, the new Brazilian that we're not quite sure about yet, and Wijnaldum and Keita. And James Milner, who is amazing. I'd like to ask both of you about Milner. He played right full-back. He played left-back for a year before Robertson came into the club and established himself. He's played in midfield. He played right-back at the weekend. And interesting, Mo Salah donated his Man of the Match award to Milner, who I think was making his 500th appearance in the Premier League, or maybe it was 600. He's an amazing pro. I really admire him.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player, and he's one of those players that's blessed with the versatility to play quite a few positions. I remember John's team at Leeds in the 70s, and Paul Madeley was that player. He could play midfield, he could play centre-back, he could play right-back. And Milner can play all over the place. And, even sometimes last year, Klopp was picking Moreno, and you would say to yourself, well, Milner is a better option at left back.
Yes. Yep.
He's a wonderful pro. He's a wonderful player. He loves the game. You can tell how much he really, really enjoys playing the game. Yes. And I think, didn't he leave Man City, Eamon, so he was going to get more game time?
Yeah, he did.
And that's what, that's what shows you what the kid is all about, what the man is all about. He wants to play football. He wants to be in the team. And he'll play anywhere and accept what the manager says to him and follow instructions. He's one of those wonderful players that's an example for every player.
Yeah, he's a leader too, John. When Liverpool need something, whether it's a tackle, whether, he shows that bit of leadership. He's a fabulous pro, isn't he?
He's great, Eamon. Yeah, you'd have to admire him. He's getting on a bit now, or considers to be getting on a bit. Kept himself well. And wherever he plays, he's going to give you a show. He could play centre-half and give you a show, play centre-forward and give you a show, because he has this attitude of work, work ethic, a fair amount of ability to do what needs to be done. I mean, if you talk about comparing players, if you compare, and I know I'm bringing this out of the blue, compared him with Pogba and his attitude, Eamon.
I think it's not. I think it's highly appropriate to bring it up.
Okay, well, thank you, Eamon.
I do.
But if you see Pogba playing, now we've all seen him play. But if he had his attitude and cut out the tricks and cut out the nonsense and get on with the game and be a real pro, then he'd be the real player.
Yes.
This fella's a great example to any pro, no matter who it is. Get out there, do your stuff, whatever you're playing, week in, week out.
Yeah.
Not playing at home, not hiding away from all the things that we criticise in a pro and somebody being a real pro.
Yes.
When we mention real pro, we're talking about Milner.
Yeah, exactly. And I have to say, he goes back to Aston Villa. He played for Martin O'Neill.
He played at Leeds, Eamon.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah. He started off he's local Leeds lad.
Right.
Yeah.
A brilliant attitude, a great pro. And as you say, and Liam, I just put it to you that John's comparison with his attitude to, say, Pogba's is very instructive, isn't it?
Well, you could throw a lot of players in.
You could, yeah.
Mesut Ozil in, you could throw Sanchez in, you could throw quite a few in that we've always had the hump with, and think they could give much more effort week in, week out. But in Milner, you just know what you're going to get, and that's why Klopp has persisted with him, and it's great to see. Well done, Milner.
Yeah.